What if I told you one of the biggest taco empires in the world didn't start with tacos? It started with a broke war vet, a hot dog stand, and a stolen idea from a tiny Mexican cafe. Today, Taco Bell pulls in over $15 billion a year. But behind those 99-cent tacos is a story of wild failures, weird marketing stunts, billion-dollar risks, and a man who wasn't afraid to copy his way to a fortune. This isn't just a story about fast food, it's a blueprint. A blueprint for anyone who wants to build something massive, even if you're starting small, broke, and out of options. So how do you turn tacos into billions? Let's break it down. The hot dog stand. Nobody noticed.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. Right now, get a crunchy, cheesy Mexican pizza for just 99 cents when you buy a large drink. Taco Bell. Want some?
Before Taco Bell sold a single taco, it was just a hot dog stand in the middle of nowhere, run by a 25-year-old Marine Corps vet with no money, no investors, and no idea how to run a restaurant. His name? Glen Bell. His mission? Figure it out. In 1948, Glen opens Bell's Drive-In, a small shack off Route 66 in San Bernardino. He's selling hot dogs, burgers, root beer, the usual stuff. But right across the street, a tiny Mexican restaurant called Mitla Cafe, and it's packed. Every day, like clockwork, lines form outside. They're not coming for the burgers. They're coming for the hard-shell tacos. Glen watches, quietly. While his stand gets a few customers, Mitla is slammed. Most people would ignore it, blame the competition, try to undercut them on price. Glen doesn't. He walks across the street, not to fight, to learn. He gets to know the owners, starts eating there. Eventually, they let him into the kitchen. He studies how the tacos are made, how the shells are fried ahead of time, how ingredients are prepped in batches, how everything is built for speed. And Glen starts thinking, this isn't just good food. This is efficient. This is scalable. So he goes back to his own stand, starts experimenting. He doesn't copy the recipe, he copies the system. How fast can a taco be made? How cheaply? What's the perfect portion size for profit? Glen's not trying to be a chef. He's trying to be an engineer. Because he sees what nobody else does. Tacos could be the new burger. And if you can systemize them, you can scale them. Taco Bell wasn't born from some master plan. It started with curiosity, a dusty hot dog stand, and one guy who paid attention to what everyone else ignored. Before Taco Bell was a global brand, before Doritos Locos Tacos or late-night drive-thrus, there was Tacotia, and almost nobody remembers it because it failed. But Glen Bell never forgot it because that failure gave him everything. It's the early 1950s. Glen's done watching from across the street. He's done tinkering with tacos behind his hot dog stand. Now he's ready to go all in. He opens Tacotia, a tiny fast food taco joint built around one big idea: serve tacos as fast as McDonald's serves burgers. It's simple: crispy shells prepped in batches, meat seasoned, portioned, ready to go. No plates, no waiters, just fast, cheap, consistent. And at first, it works. The lines are solid, people are curious. Some customers even come back twice in one day. Glen thinks he's done it. The first scalable taco chain in America. But then, reality shows up. The buildings? He doesn't own them. The equipment? Inconsistent. Some kitchens run smooth, others are chaos. Employees aren't trained the same way. Supplies run out, quality slips, margins shrink. He tries to patch the holes, hires new staff, changes recipes, tweaks hours. But it's like bailing water on a sinking ship. Within a few years, he sells Tacotia. It hurts, but he's not done. He tries again. New name, El Taco. Same mission. Serve tacos fast, cheap, and everywhere. Different location, same problems. He still can't scale, still no playbook, still no way to make one store run just like the next. Another idea? Gone. 2 chains, 2 flames out. Most people would have walked away, but Glen doesn't quit. He documents. He starts keeping records like a scientist. how long it takes to make each item, how employees are trained, which promotions worked, what slowed down the lunch rush, what customers liked, and what they didn't even notice. Every mistake is a data point. Every breakdown becomes a system upgrade. Because Glen finally realizes something. He's not just in the taco business, he's in the franchise business. And until the business runs like a machine, without him, it'll never grow. So he pivots from founder to engineer, from cook to systems guy. And failure becomes the lab where Taco Bell is quietly built. The world hasn't heard of Glen Bell yet. He's still broke, still unknown, still 2 businesses deep in losses. But now he has something most people never get from failure: a map. The next time Glen launches a taco joint, he's not guessing. He's not hoping. He's executing. And that's the moment things start to change. Because this time, he's building the system that builds the brand. And that system, it's called Taco Bell. Taco Bell is born, but the real genius is franchising. Downey, California. One small building. One sign out front. Taco Bell #1. This is it. After 2 failed taco chains, Glen Bell takes everything he's learned, the recipes, the prep methods, the mistakes, and launches a new name. Not Taco Tia, not El Taco. This time it's personal. It's Taco Bell. The menu is simple: tacos, tostadas, burritos, fast, cheap, repeatable. And the difference this time? It's not just about tacos anymore. It's about the system. Glen's not opening one store to run for the rest of his life. He's opening a prototype, a blueprint, something others can buy into, plug into, and multiply. By 1964, just 2 years later, the first franchisee signs on. By 1967, over 100 Taco Bell locations. That's not luck. That's systems design. Glen trains his franchisees like soldiers. Same food, same layout, same procedures. Every Taco Bell runs on the same engine. This wasn't a restaurant. It was a factory, disguised as fast food. Because Glen figured out something most founders never do. The real product isn't what you sell. It's how you sell it. The taco was just bait. What Glen really sold? A business in a box, a money machine anyone could run as long as they followed the steps. This is how scale happens. Not from cooking, but from cloning. You don't need to be a great chef. You don't need to invent anything new. You just need a repeatable model and people who want in. Taco Bell goes from a one-store experiment to a booming franchise network in less than 5 years. And Glen? He steps back. He stops running stores. He starts running the brand. Because the smartest thing he ever did wasn't making tacos. It was realizing he didn't need to make them himself anymore. How PepsiCo turned Taco Bell into a global weapon. By the late 1970s, Taco Bell is booming. Hundreds of locations, millions in sales. The system is working. But Glen Bell sees the ceiling. He's built a great franchise machine. But if he wants to go global, he needs a partner with deeper pockets, better logistics, and serious firepower. Enter PepsiCo. Yeah, the soda company. In 1978, PepsiCo buys Taco Bell for $125 million. And at first glance, it looks like just another corporate buyout. But this was not a typical acquisition. This was an upgrade, a full-on transformation. Because Pepsi doesn't just bring money. They bring a war chest of resources. Global distribution, top-tier marketing, menu R&D teams, decades of experience scaling brands like KFC and Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell. They plug right into the system. Suddenly, innovation explodes. Not just tacos and burritos anymore. Now it's bean burritos, Mexican pizza, chalupas, Baja Blast. Entire menu items designed to dominate the late-night crowd. PepsiCo turns Taco Bell into a product lab, engineered to keep attention, drive cravings, and expand margins. And behind the scenes, Pepsi gives them the infrastructure to expand across states, then countries. Real estate, supply chains, hiring, training, everything speeds up. Because now Taco Bell doesn't just have a system, it has a multinational engine behind it. This is the moment Taco Bell stops being a fast food brand and starts becoming a cultural machine. And Glen? He walks away with his payout, retires quietly. Mission complete. He didn't become a celebrity. He didn't hold on too long. He passed the baton to a company that could take it global. Because sometimes, the smartest move isn't holding on. It's partnering up with someone who can multiply what you already built. And that's exactly what Pepsi did. They took tacos and turned them into a global weapon, branding like a rebel, the think outside the bun era. By the 1990s, Taco Bell wasn't just big, it was everywhere. Suburbs, strip malls, highway exits. But there was a problem. Fast food was all starting to look the same. Burgers, fries, drive-thrus, same commercials, same slogans, same playbook. Taco Bell could have followed suit, polished the image, played it safe, but instead, they went rogue. They didn't try to look like McDonald's. They decided to look nothing like McDonald's. Think outside the bun! That was the tagline. And it changed everything. Taco Bell rebranded itself as the fast food rebel, the weird, late-night, not-afraid-to-be-different option. Their ads were loud, sarcastic, offbeat. They didn't talk about quality ingredients. They talked about craving, hunger, impulse. They started targeting a whole new tribe. Gamers, college kids, night owls, people who didn't care about polished. They wanted funny, fast, and different. This wasn't about being better, it was about being not like them. And it worked. Taco Bell leaned all the way into its niche. Silly mascots, experimental menu items, pop culture tie-ins. They made weird cool though, and cool profitable. And while everyone else was playing the family-friendly, all-American angle, Taco Bell owned the outsider lane so hard it didn't matter if you loved them or hated them. You noticed them. That's the secret most brands miss. You don't need to be for everyone. You just need to be undeniable to the people who matter. And for Taco Bell, that meant owning the 2 a.m. craving, the nothing else is open vibe, the I know it's not good for me, but I'm getting it anyway energy. In a world of safe choices, Taco Bell became a statement, not just a fast food chain, a brand with attitude, the billion-dollar taco that shouldn't have worked. It started as a joke, a taco shell made out of Doritos. Even the execs laughed. Too gimmicky, too messy, too stoner food. But one team at Taco Bell said, what if we actually made it? So in 2012, after months of secret development with Frito-Lay, it dropped. The Doritos Locos Taco, half chip, 100% chaos. And it exploded. 1 billion sold in under 2 years. Let that sink in. 1 billion. From a single product launch, it became the fastest selling item in fast food history. Drive-thrus were backed up. People ordered by the dozen. There were copycats, memes, bootlegs. It didn't just crush in sales, it became culture. Why did it work? Because it was ridiculous. But right. It looked crazy, but it made perfect sense for Taco Bell. The brand had already spent years owning the weird, the unexpected, the late night. So when they dropped a taco shell made of nacho cheese dust, no one blinked. They just lined up. It was bold, it was cheap to make, and it tasted like nostalgia and poor decisions at 2 a.m. Most brands would have been scared to launch something that wild. Taco Bell, they made it their identity. That's the lesson. Some of your biggest wins won't look smart on paper. They'll look insane until they hit. The Doritos Locos Taco wasn't just a success, it was a signal. That in the right hands. Even the dumbest sounding ideas can make billions. Tacos Tech and the new playbook for billions. Taco Bell could have stopped at Doritos Locos. They could have coasted on nostalgia, weird food hacks, and cheap combos. But they didn't. Instead, they leveled up. The 2020s hit, and everything changed. Delivery exploded, phones replaced menus. Fast food chains had to choose, adapt or fall behind. Taco Bell didn't just adapt, they went full future mode. Mobile-first ordering, customizable menus, loyalty programs gamified like apps. They even launched Taco Bell-Defy, a high-tech 4-lane drive-thru where you order on your phone and get food through a lift tube. And the brand? Still weird, still fun, still them. They hosted weddings inside Taco Bell, opened a pop-up Taco Bell hotel in Palm Springs, sold out in 2 minutes, dropped merch collabs, partnered with influencers, turned menu drops into events. Taco Bell went from fast food to lifestyle brand. Behind the scenes, they were now part of Yum Brands, the $35 billion mega group that also owns KFC and Pizza Hut. 7,200 plus locations worldwide, dozens of countries, billions in annual revenue. But more than that, relevance. Taco Bell stayed in the conversation, with stunts, with tech, with total reinvention again and again. Because the final form of wealth isn't just money, it's leverage, ownership, control, the ability to change the game on your own terms. Taco Bell isn't just a fast food chain anymore. It's a global business machine, built on tacos, driven by systems, and powered by culture.